went to a fast food restaurant the other night to get some onion rings, and they were expensive and disappointing, so I'm going to try to do this at home. I have a couple of onions I'm going to cut up. I have these Italian breadcrumbs from Dollar Tree. I have some flour, and for the wetting agent, I've got some of this chia milk from Dollar Tree also. You can use eggs or whatever you want, but I happen to have this open, so I'll be using this. I'm going to start by cutting up the onion. So remove the peel and both ends, and I'll be right with you. I've never made these before, so we're going to be learning together, but I think that I should start by making chunks of onion, which are pretty substantial. So I don't know, is this about ½ an inch or so? Cut it like this. Oh, and my eyes are starting to tear up. I'm going to start by flour battering these onions. I'm simply going to separate them like this. I know when you buy onion rings, they're usually one size, the outside, but I'm going to use the whole thing. Small, big, just going to separate them out like this. Here's the equivalent of one onion. I've wept enough. And just make sure they're pretty well separated, and then what I'm going to do is put some flour in this and coat them with flour. When I do any sort of deep fat frying with vegetables, like, you know, zucchini or eggplant or whatever, what I like to do is put flour on them first and then let them sit for about 30 minutes before I go forward and add anything else. So that's what I'm going to do here, is just coat them and then step away for a while and let the flour soak in a little bit. Well, it's been about 30 minutes. I've stirred the onions a couple times to make sure they're thoroughly coated, and I'm ready to start dipping them and coating them with the breadcrumbs. So this is that chia milk from Dollar Tree. It is a very brown color, but it's just fine. I used it actually a couple days ago to fry up some zucchini, and they came out fine, so I have no worries about it. So basically what I do once it's been floured is simply wet it and then put it in the breadcrumbs just like that. Then I just set it like that. I generally don't put it straight into the hot oil. It's another thing I've learned, is to just let the coatings, all the coatings, kind of just set for a second. So I'm going to finish up with these, and I'll be right back and we'll start frying. Okay, the oil seems ready, and let's give it a try. I will be turning them momentarily. I want to see how fast they fry. Well, what do you think? Those are looking pretty darn good, aren't they? I just turned them over, and they might not be perfect, but I bet they're going to be really delicious. Time to start pulling them off and draining them. Not all of them are ready, but I'm going to find the ones that are. I have about ½ a plate full left that need to be fried. So once these are done, I'll finish it up. Check this out. Isn't that gorgeous? And here they are, just fried up. I'm going to let them cool for a second and give them a taste and let you know how they came out. So let's give one of these a try, a little piece. Yummy, very, very yummy. They're not perfect in appearance, and I definitely need to work on my onion breading skills, but they are so good. The onions are nice and soft, and the batter around the edges all fried and delicious, and this is definitely a keeper. Anyway, thank you so much for watching.